particularly didn't. I think he knew.
Well, they've got 45 minutes, Luton, to up their game in front of goal. They've played pretty well in, as the lads in the studio said, in assessing Manchester United's early play, realising that it wasn't over troublesome to them, despite some good movement and some crisp passing, but mostly in midfield. That it upped their confidence levels, and I think they would have been very happy to come in 0-0 at half-time with a second half and a real chance to get at their famous visitors. This comes by, but now they've got to find a bit more punch. Whether James Collins, who got that hat-trick against Norwich in an earlier round, is involved. We'll have to wait and see. Lualua gets back.
Yeah, the challenge for Luton is reaching the levels they did in that first half, creating the chances that they did. Looked fairly dangerous off one or two corners.
Good leap by Maguire. It's often the bigger players who find it a little bit harder to get their match legs. And Maguire, I'm sure, will be grateful to get a second game here, the only one included from the starting 11 against Crystal Palace. Tangling with Hilton, and not really dealing with the danger, but Williams helped out. Now here is Hilton. Not enough in the box for Luton that time. It's not something that you would often accuse them of that, but he's saying, where were you, to the supporting cast.
Yeah, he's just got Jordan Clark, I think, to try and hit, which was never going to be easy. A couple on the edge, but they've got to make the most of those moments.
Tunnicliffe. Davis with the throw. Wales under-21 international. With an interesting past. He was born in Saudi Arabia and then went to a quite distinguished school in Croydon. Originally hails from the Aberystwyth area in terms of his upbringing.
Man of the match against Derby at the weekend.
Well, it was petering out to a draw, and he found that cross that Clark scored from. Keep Luton's 100% record going into a fourth game. Hilton. Knocked out by Shinnie. Maguire's header only as far as Norrington Davis. Lualua. Shinnie. Touch from Igalo. Norrington Davis again. Very confident in possession, Luton. It's not a case of whacking it and chasing it. It's a lovely ball into the feet there of Moncur. Of Tunnicliffe, rather. He took it well.
I think the challenge for Manchester United now is just to gain a semblance of control, just enjoy more possession, get a grip of this game. Still a cone on the pitch.
Yeah.
The flat one.
They're doing a lot of their warm-up for the substitutes down in that corner by Luton during the half-time break. Igalo. Forward by Bradley. collected players from far and wide, Luton, really, to get this group that Nathan Jones appreciates so much, and put all the credit for the 4-game winning streak, 6 if you go back to the end of last season, to those on the pitch.
I think everybody was absolutely delighted to see him back at the club. Popular figure, isn't he?
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of an issue with him leaving. But, the administrators recognised the need for a recall. Graham Jones did his best, but was dealt a difficult hand. They're not the richest club, Luton Town, by any means. And they're benefiting from the broadcasting of this game live and seen all around the world. And they could still benefit from the result, but they've got to do just a little bit more in what remains of the second half. Good 40 minutes to search for an equaliser, or maybe more than that. Manchester United switch off or look a bit leggy with this group, and it could still be very much on for them. Shinnie. Fioso, and either one thing or the other in the end.
Well, a bit ambitious. It's a good position out there. What United have got, of course, is tremendous strength on that bench that can take the game away from Luton.
There was the suggestion that this team was picked before Saturday's game. But, there were two who found it hard against Crystal Palace, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. Van de Beek in disbelief. There's a free kick to Luton Town.
Not been easy for him. Been a bit of a scrap in the middle of the park now.
Manchester United still protesting it and delaying it. Certainly they went 10 yards away. Lua deep, looking for Bradley, coming round the back.
Yeah, I think it was the right idea, trying to pick out his captain. Got the height advantage there.
Sonny Bradley scored 3 goals for Luton Town, all live on Sky Sports. So keep an eye on him. Just bundled off the ball unfairly by Igalo. Tunnicliffe to Bradley. Lua holding off Fred. Fioso making himself available. Get a free kick. Williams maybe a little bit impetuous. Not actually loading the penalty area, wanting to use their methods, their pace and movement.
Yeah, but you don't want to be giving away those free kicks if you can help it.
Clark. Matic is strong and determined. And Lingard and Mata. Van de Beek making a good forward run. Igalo up with him. Lingard. Has that knack of getting goals in the big games. His Wembley record's extraordinary.
You've seen him do it, seen him find the top corner for club and country from that kind of distance, but not in the kind of form maybe to achieve that just now. Got to work his way back to the levels that he was at.
Hilton. Lua. Certainly Manchester United haven't put Luton Town away yet. And the Championship side still very much in this cup tie. Kioso. Gives it back to Shinnie. And plenty of Carabao Cup action elsewhere tonight, even though the Leyton Orient Spurs game couldn't take place. And we've got some results. Newport of League Two beating Luton's great rivals Watford. That'll go down very well in these parts.
There's a chance there for Loire to get behind.
Van der Beek, Mata, but Bradley sorts it out. And we saw Brentford beating West Bromwich Albion on penalties. And here's Loire. Hilton's gone to the right. And Kerr to the left. And Brandon Williams with another wholehearted challenge.
Well, I thought he'd done enough, you know. Thought he got a foot, a heel on the ball there, coming round the side.
And he gets a yellow card.
A bit unfortunate to say the least, I think, now.
It's a little bit far out for a shot, but I did say that when Marcus Rashford lined up in the League Cup at Chelsea.
Oh. Well, Jesse Lingard would be relieved there. Just went to sleep. As Kioso drifted behind him.
And referee calling it back. Tunnicliffe to Moncur. Kioso's done well to deliver across, but it's not into the right area. To the byline. Carrying the fight to Manchester United.
Yeah, he won't want to lose, of course he won't, but even if they do, under these circumstances, you can take an awful lot from it, and you don't lose any momentum in your league campaign.
No, he suggested if he was given 2 wins out of the 3 games, 2 Saturdays in this and the filling in the middle, he would choose the 2 league games, one of which he has won against Derby County. It's still a great scalp to get Manchester United, and conceding a second goal though would make it very difficult for them. Mata, flag is up.
He was offside, but it was quicker, slicker football from United in a tight space.
And Hilton thought he might steal it away from the Manchester United captain. All taken in good part. We've got a different gantry actually these days at Kenilworth Road. For years and years, decades really, since television started covering football, it was over there, tight and cramped. We have a slightly more roomy perch.
No, it's lovely up here.
Fred. On from Mata. Wan-Bissaka hasn't got forward too often. And on duty was Loire to his defensive responsibilities, didn't switch off.
No. Juan Mata really has been the one to show just 1 or 2 moments of quality.
He's an artist, isn't he? And remains so. Even at the age of 32. Maguire going in. Authoritative goalkeeping from James Shea. Played with commendable confidence, Luton.
They've never really got caught out in those situations either, have they?
But, as is often the case when sides from a low division take on a Premier League team, it's the firepower that you're looking for, whether they can muster it. United have got a free kick. Second goal, you would think, would secure the result. There's still half an hour to go. He's coming up. And Maguire the deepest. As Mata delivers again. Neither Matic nor Maguire are able to make contact, but Maguire keeps it in. And Bissaka. Williams. Lingard with the flick. And Tunnicliffe driving out, trying to make a point against his first club. Clark. Williams got back quickly.
Yeah, excellent play though by Tunnicliffe. That nice footwork, really positive. He's done well tonight.
Came here from Millwall last year. Seems to be based in the south. Was doing a lot of the pre-match media yesterday because of his Manchester United roots. Matic been around a long time in English football, of course. Missed out on a League Cup final with Chelsea. He was suspended in 2015. Oh, and Luton have lost it now in a situation where they could be punished. Igalo wanting to go all the way. Ignored Lingard coming to his left. Back in towards Lingard by Mata. And it's cleared off the line. And a narrow squeak for Luton. Manchester United very close to perhaps putting this Carabao Cup tie to bed.
Yeah, I think Jesse Lingard on the far post there thought he'd scored.
Another contribution from Mata, who has been the conductor of the orchestra for Manchester United. Matic can hammer them with that left foot, and did just so. Pushed out by Shea, retrieved by Van der Beek. Oh, and Shinnie nearly caught by Brandon Williams, who came galloping forward and nearly made another contribution in the Luton penalty area, as he did when he won the penalty. Mata. Slide it through for Van der Beek, and another offside decision.
Well, pushing for the second, United would make life a lot more comfortable if they could get it. Decent effort from Matic, that, heading for the corner. James Shea did well. Not for the first time tonight. But at the far post here, Jesse Lingard very nearly getting the second, but for Tunnicliffe.
Old friends, they'll probably... Oh, it's not so easy to chat with the opposition afterwards now with all the social distancing. But, maybe a message or two. Jesse's always pretty hot on the social media. Fred. Here is Lingard. Igalo just pulling to the right to make some space. He made that run earlier. The shot that was blocked. Former Watford man, trying to do damage to Watford's local rivals. His loan extended to include the first part of this season.
Yeah, surprised a lot of us, I think, when he was linked with a move back to United from China, but
He was very good, wasn't he, when he started at Watford?
He was, him and Troy Deeney, wasn't it? Yeah, they had a great partnership.
Fred with the header. Shinnie trying to find a way out. Well, it's both a football exercise and a fitness exercise for Manchester United in particular. Nathan Jones is more concerned about his team wearing themselves out with so many games, weekend, midweek. That's the way it's been and will continue. It's a terrific tackle. Wan-Bissaka, of course, started as a right winger, trying to get away.
I think he's got better in possession going forward. When he first came to the club, he looked a little hesitant, a little lacking in ability on the attacking front foot. I mean, he's never been any doubts about his defensive qualities, but I think he's growing in a United shirt.
I think it's also, Alan, you've moved around in your career. When you're young, leaving London and the security that it offered him to Manchester was a big move socially.
Yeah.
For a youngster. Takes the time.
And just pulling on that shirt is it's a big weight on some people's shoulders.
Matic pursued by Shinnie. Manchester United being pursued by Luton Town, seeking an equaliser here at Kenilworth Road. 1-1 it was the last time Manchester United were here all those years ago, 28 years ago. Igalo. 1-1 tonight would take it to penalties. Kioso. Summing up the urgency that Luton need. He's kept going, and he did follow in there. I probably think he didn't see the defender coming, but he's got a yellow card for it. It was a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, it was. Just done okay on his home debut, Kioso.
It's just a case of how much he was aware that Bailly was coming across. Only he really knows that. Well, we're at the three-quarter mark. Just the one goal late in the first half, a penalty from Juan Mata. Jonathan Moncur bringing down Brandon Williams. Fred and Shinnie in the spirit of the occasion. Hard feelings, pretty hard challenge. And a free kick to Luton. Third in the championship table. With real ambition. It's ambition that's showing here. Was coming in. Shinnie just cuts across the shot.
Yeah, had to take it quickly. He knew that. Just trying to find the feet again, attacking wise. Luton have had to do a lot of defending. Chest control didn't help.
A great shame for the Luton supporters who haven't really been able to enjoy in the flesh this return to form, the return of Nathan Jones. The championship restarted. They seem to be down and out, but he found a solution, as the coaches like to say these days.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt this would be an even bigger challenge for United with 10,000 Luton fans in here. It'd be a terrific atmosphere.
To get Jordan Clark further up the pitch and having to help out as an auxiliary right back. Still pressing and probing. Manchester United still in the driving seat, but the journey not complete yet. Igalo coming into the tackle, comes out to Wan-Bissaka, who finds himself in the middle. Mata on the right now. Inside right. Wan-Bissaka, and Lingard can't hit the target. He asked for a corner. Not going to get it. He was absolutely certain it should be.
They did well to keep the ball here, United, in some tight spaces. Kioso diving into the feet of Lingard, who thought the fullback did get a touch.
Lua. Nathan Jones has perhaps two reasons for not immediately ringing changes. One, he's got a group of substitutes that he certainly wants right for the Watford game of the weekend. And also because this 11 are doing all right. Certainly Shea has made a couple of very important stops. Otherwise Manchester United might be home and hosed. James Collins, no sign of getting ready. Monca. Kioso. Monca again. Clark. Maguire saw that one coming, and now Luton see him coming. Lingard. Van de Beek. Lets this one run to Wan-Bissaka. He's got his cross in. Van de Beek is there. He's a real poacher, and it's a good stop again from Shea. Stop the Dutchman, making it 2 from 2 for Manchester United.
Yeah, one of those that could easily just squirm through the legs of a goalkeeper. Again, bodies in front of him.
They're mixing possession, Manchester United, with some probing play as well. Chance to make a set piece count with the Harry Maguire. Maguire getting higher than anyone around him.
And he's got a great ability to get his head on these kind of things. Just couldn't get the power this time.
Monca. Fred. Lingard actually turned his back on it, but he reacted. He really did react.
Yeah, they've just lost a bit of momentum, Luton. There's no surprise that they are getting some subs ready.
Elliot Lee and Harry Cornick, two wide attackers, played against Derby. Dye. Wan-Bissaka. Those two substitutes who want to come on with it still being 1-0. Manchester United try again to double their advantage. Williams. Fred. Working with Mata. Dynamic work from Fred. Down he goes, but he's not shouting for anything. He's not entitled to get anything either.
No, I just went down a dead end now.
There's no fear at playing out from the back from Luton. They can switch the play, and that's brilliantly done for Norrington Davis. Now Lua. Really set the alarm bells ringing for Manchester United if Luton can get one here. Kioso. Hilton waiting in the middle. He's up for it, but it was just too high for him.
Yeah, this time they did have plenty of men in the box. Hilton, the natural target, he was backtracking. He had a couple of men around him, it was difficult.
He's played a lot of his football, maybe Hilton, at lower levels than this. Clark is off. Mary Cornick is on. Luton player of last season. And Moncur gives way to Elliot Lee, son of Rob, of Newcastle and England fame. Lockett, Kioso, Shinnie. He's trying one over the top to turn Maguire, and
not the worst ball, was it?
It certainly wasn't. Cornick, full of energy. Came from Bournemouth. He had a long spell as a youngster at Bournemouth. Only played once in the first team. He came on as a substitute in a cup tie, an FA Cup tie. We're inside the last 15 minutes. Remember, a Luton equaliser in that time would take us to a shootout. Bradley. Lee cut out by Mata. Here's Lingard, who's been in these kind of positions a lot tonight. And he's trying to go all the way here. So Norrington Davis did well to make sure that Shea was favourite to get the ball.
Yeah, Shea just thanking him for it as well.
Free kick. Fouled by Fred. And Lua. So it's going to be a triple change from Manchester United, and it's certainly not going to weaken them. Mason Greenwood, the new number 11, Ryan Giggs' old number, of course. And for Mata, the debate goes off. Bruno Fernandes is on. Marcus Rashford joins the fray as well. Arguably the most popular footballer in the country because of all his wonderful work as a social activist, for which he deserves huge credit, and being a modest young man, will brush praise aside. Manchester United just sorting themselves out with 3 changes, and might be the risk of getting caught out there. Now they've got to get the marking right at the corner earned by Cornick.
Yeah, he's lively, isn't he? He'll work that right-hand channel as much as he can. They'll be well aware what these United subs can do to them on the counter.
Lee's offered himself for a short corner. And so has Lua, trying to move things around in the middle, maybe. So though it's coming in. Plenty of height on it. Touch back by Bradley. Kioso. Shinnie. And the free kick goes Luton's way. Matic claiming he was being grabbed in the first place. Only takes a moment.
Yeah, just tried to come through and nick the ball.
I mean, but for the rash moment from George Moncur off a a scrappy piece of Luton defending that put him in trouble. It's been a reasonably even game. And Luton want to make the scoreline dead even. Set up for Shinnie. Puts it deep, and it's a great reach by Henderson. And they were so close, it was down by the post as well. Out comes Bruno Fernandes and Lingard. They're racing back. Dean Henderson just may have made his mark at a significant moment in this match to protect Manchester United's advantage. Bailly's got to race across here. It's a tangle of legs.
Well,
good Hilton.
What a save this was. He hasn't had to do too much, really. And I thought this was creeping in the near post.
It was Lockyer's header.
And he gets the support of his defenders just behind with a great stop on the line. But he'd be pleased with our great reactions.
That's his first save as a Manchester United first-team goalkeeper, and it's quite a save at a significant time. Off goes Rashford. And a good save by James Shea at the other end from Bruno Fernandes.
Well, he hasn't done a lot wrong either, has he? James Shea. Lockyer at the far post, didn't do a lot wrong at all here. Gets up early, gets up high, and must have thought he'd scored. And even on the second attempt, very nearly did, but for Bailly.
It's a clever corner. Didn't quite get the second bit right. Here's Cornick trying to get Luton up the pitch. Maguire. Nicely worked. And Wan-Bissaka still going. But, Greenwood had returned the ball to him effectively. Still the one goal, the one rash moment for Luton, the one assured penalty from Juan Mata. 7 minutes left. Will his goal be the winner? He's not sure, is he?
Well, it's been a good cup tie because Luton have given United such a stiff challenge out there. A United team that's been far from its best, but so far got the edge.
Well, I'm sure the lack of match fitness will get mentioned again. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talks to us afterwards, and Hilton's abrasive style, he continues to throw himself into the tie with real gusto.
Yeah, just chasing it now, Luton.
It's a bit high though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a poor one. Poor one from Danny Hilton.
And Brandon Williams might, as he grows a bit older, make a bit more of it. He picked himself up, bounced back up, and didn't get into any more serious trouble. Bruno Fernandes, half a season with Manchester United, and he was Player of the Year. Rashford. Tunnicliffe gets it out to Cornick can't get away from Matic. Just keep plugging the gaps that Luton are seeking to exploit. Kioso has a different challenge now. Rashford raring to go.
Yeah, you'll find Kioso's not going to step down. He's quite a physical defender, the boy. He'll put his foot in.
Rashford. Luton's free kick. They're running out of time at Kenilworth Road. Only ever beaten Manchester United 4 times. This is the 40th meeting in various competitions. Norrington Davis. Tunnicliffe, who can be pleased with his showing.
Yeah, that central midfield has been good. Tunnicliffe, Shinnie alongside. Really competed well.
He didn't even get on the bench for the Derby game, Ryan Tunnicliffe. The senior man in that position is Glenn Ray, who's not fit to play tonight. There he is. Glenn, we're watching.
He's not.
So he returned. It's very much a Nathan Jones player from the first spell that the current manager had at the club. He needed a spell out on loan in non-league football to get his fitness right again after a serious injury. Came back, got in the team, and apart from a little problem that's kept him out tonight, has been in ever since, and he's a great favourite with the Luton fans. Greenwood. Bruno Fernandes. Greenwood very eager. All the substitutes wanting to settle it, including Rashford, who has surely done that. A cameo performance, but Marcus leaves his mark here in Luton, and it's Luton 0, Manchester United 2. Job done.
Yeah, I don't know whether in the end it did come off. Norrington Davis, as he challenged Rashford, but the subs having an effect. Greenwood showing great strength here just to hold off his man and feed Rashford, whose first touch does it all now. It's his goal. It's a lovely slot by the substitute. Norrington Davies just can't do anything about it.
He was one of those who was a bit off the pace against Crystal Palace, and he's come out even before taking that chance in such convincing fashion, was right into the action from the moment he stepped onto the pitch.
Well, it's taken a long time for the match not to be in the balance. He's pushed them all the way, his team.
Lucky ricochet kept Manchester United in possession. Here's Greenwood. It'll be a flying finish here. Shea is there again. Greenwood probably trying to get it across the face of the goal. Not too close to the keeper.
Well, whichever way he goes, you know, he can let fly with power and accuracy. Left foot, right foot.
Yeah, he did admit, he was asked recently about whether he does have a stronger foot. He did say the left. He's not half bad with the right. Scored a goal on his League Cup debut against Rochdale, but they had some problems in that game in the earlier stage last season. Only won via a penalty shootout. Greenwood. Lingard lines it up. So he's been really active from first whistle to last.
Yeah, he has, and a goal would pep him up, wouldn't it? Do him a great deal of good. He needs something like that to get him going again, I think. Had some troubled times.
Just 2 added minutes. Lockett. It just puts into context again the Henderson save, Alan, doesn't it? Would have got Luton level. Locking out Lockyer. Cornick. Hustling and bustling. Tunnicliffe wants it. Tunnicliffe wants it again, but Manchester United are counter-attacking again and looking the business here. No shortage of legs. Rashford trying to get it across the goalkeeper as those right footers coming from the left. We've seen so many players do that now.
Good disguise from Fernandes. He had Greenwood to his right.
Greenwood. He's got one too. So the subs have really sorted it out for Manchester United. First Rashford, then Mason Greenwood. And a tight contest has suddenly got a scoreline that tells a different story.
Yep. Nice little foot over. He just hits it so early, Mason Greenwood, and that makes it difficult for goalkeepers. This time it just bounces over the hand of James Shea, I think, who's had a really good game between the sticks for Luton. But that one deceiving him. But Mason Greenwood can do this all day. As I said, right, left, take your pick. Cruel scoreline on Luton, but that's what you get with quality.
Well, in the end, the Olays at Kenilworth Road have come from Ole and his players, particularly the depth of the squad. So in the end, no banana skin for Manchester United. A win, important as it is, their first of the season and against in-form opposition, but they needed the cavalry really after Mata's penalty late in the first half. It was very late in the second half when Rashford arrived and Greenwood too wrapped up what looks a more comprehensive win than perhaps the match overall deserved, if you like. But that save by Dean Henderson on his Manchester United debut turned out to be very important indeed. It would have been a Luton equaliser